Hello, and welcome to CRMA News, your most trusted source when bringing you the news from the true crime and drama community. This is your host, Joneson, and this is CRAMA. Welcome back to the recap for all of the new and not so improved CRAMA news for this week. This week we've got Perplexed and Dolly covering Crime Circus. We've got Dolly and the Glare covering Turtle Boy. A little bit of Cam and Alley with cracking cases. Some good information on the Say No movement. And last but not least, we have Turtle Island and how some creators may feel or not feel about being put on Turtle Island. Let's get to it and check out the CRAMA for this week. First, let's check in with a couple from the Summer Wells community, Cam and Alley with cracking cases. We covered them a little bit last week. I don't think there's much going on this week, but let's take a look.
Long time no see, YouTube. You see this behind me? You know that me and my wife are going through trials and tribulations. But I got something I want to read to you right now. It's Romans 7, verse 21. And it says, "So I find it to be a law that when I want to do right, evil lives close at hand." It also says, "Do not be disheartened by what they say about you. For your Lord, your God, knows the truth." Look, I know that times are really hard for people. I'm going through a trial and tribulation right now. Know that God is with you right now in this storm. You got to praise Him in the storms. You got to praise Him in the easy times, on the mountains and in the valleys. We'll keep fighting, and we'll keep making it every day a better way. So this video right here is for all the negative comments. I want you to pay very close attention to what this video says, because it might just be speaking to quite a few of you out there. I'm not here.
There's a lot of jealousy out there, man. People are just waiting for you to mess up so they can pounce on you and tell everybody. They ignore all the great things you've done in your life. They're just waiting for that one thing.
But they choose to ignore the positive things that we have brought. And if you've really watched us and known us, you know our family and you know who we are.
Now, just as a reminder, the reason we are going over Cam and Alley is because they are huge members of the Summer Wells community and a little bit of the problem when it comes to the drama in Summer Wells community. And last week we went over their charges that are child abuse and disregard for child's life. This is really all they've posted since all of that came out. A lot of people tend to find God or lean on God in their time of need. But again, I think that they should focus on themselves instead of making videos professing their innocence. They can do that after they get this settled with their children. Next up, we have Crime Circus. And I'm going to go over a little bit of Perplexed's coverage of it and a little bit of Dolly's coverage of it. I wish I could go over all of it in this video, but if I did, it'd take 2 hours. So we're going to do small clips of each one. Let's check Laura out first.
I hear all these people talking about Betty and how Betty interferes with cases and how this one interferes with cases and how that one interferes. Everybody interferes with cases. But the real people that are interfering with cases, nobody says a word. What I heard today, I was like, oh my God, I have to do a reaction to this. This is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Not only is it disappointing, it's disgusting. It's downright disgusting. I don't find it good to come up with crazy theories that's going to hurt a jury.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crime Circus. My name is Drip Drop, and I'll be your host as always. First, let's have some clarifications on my previous video. In my previous video, we talked about cowboys and cryptocurrencies. I asked all of you, what do you think that cowboy had in his hand? He was concealing something, we just didn't know what it is. I picked the top 3 guesses that I saw that really made sense to me. Number 1, one of you out there thought he was concealing the black diamond. The black diamond from the Hex cryptocurrency scam. Someone else out there thought that they were retrieving a cryptocurrency flash drive. And this is what a cryptocurrency flash drive looks like. That is a possibility because those men seem like they were on a mission to retrieve something very important. The black diamond or crypto.
What in the fuck is he even talking about? Please tell me what he's even talking about.
Cryptocurrency flash drive. And for those of you that don't know, a cryptocurrency flash drive can be very valuable. Millions and millions of dollars on a little USB drive. Yeah. Also, one of you out there guessed that it was Kaylee's panties. Now, that's really specific. I don't know how you know for sure it was hers and not one of the other girls, and there was quite a few other girls in the home that evening. But this is no laughing matter because one of Canada's most famous serial killers is this man. And he had an infatuation and an obsession with taking victims' panties. That was his thing. He would go into homes and snatch away. Yeah, really disturbing, but that is.
Let me also add, this video is on his second channel. His second channel has almost 100,000 subscribers, and within the first 2 hours of dropping this video, it had almost 16,000 views. So we're not talking like someone like me that'll get 1,000 or 2,000 views, you know? We're talking somebody that will get 100,000 views on this video by the end of the day.
I personally really hope the cowboy wasn't taking panties. Moving right along. They weren't wearing body cams. They weren't escorted to the Moscow PD crime scene by Moscow PD. These are unidentified individuals, and law enforcement has to wear identification, including badges and name cards. Yeah, you can't just cruise up to a crime scene in a minivan, have your way with it, and cruise off without identifying who you are. You have to remember, they serve us, they work for us. Yeah, which means they answer to us. And if those guys don't, that's sus. Also, you gotta remember this is a death penalty case, and we need to know who they were and what they were doing there.
The cops were all over there. Do they really think a bunch of cowboys just got it out of their car and here you go? This is Idaho. There's going to be a lot of cowboys. People are going to be wearing cowboy hats. They had ID around their neck. You could see that. Our options are a black diamond, a USB drive, or panties. You got it. Couldn't be a glove or anything. Couldn't be that he was holding onto a glove.
At this point, we need justice for the victims. At this point, we need to know what happened, how it happened, and who did it. That's important.
That's why we have something called the justice system, and that's why we have a trial. There is a gag order in case you forgot that we're not allowed to know anything. So things like this don't happen. So people, influencers with hundreds of thousands of subs, cannot pull this kind of bullshit. That's why. Now, this is what I saw on T-Rev, and this one I was like, what the fuck is this? How he even equates these two, I have no idea.
That's exactly 1 month prior to this crime. The crime happened on November 13th. This video was uploaded on October 13th. And on October 13th, coincidentally enough, that is the release date of Halloween Ends. The horror movie with Michael Myers, the whole...
Okay, in all fairness, it is Halloween and things like this happen. This is what happens around Halloween. They release movies. There's some weird shit that goes on.
Slasher flick? Yeah, and there is a lot of occult symbolism in that movie. I'm actually afraid to watch that movie again because there is so much numerology and creepy stuff, and some of it links potentially to this crime. Yeah. According to what I've read and been told, the Idaho State Crime Lab could not build a profile off this smidget of DNA that was left on the sheath. There just wasn't enough. Then it was shipped off to Texas somehow, and then somehow it ended up in the FBI's hands, and the chain of custody is really odd, and apparently they didn't even take any notes or document their investigation properly. We're just supposed to believe them. That doesn't sit well with me. I can't just believe them. I need to see the work. I need to see how they got to their conclusion. Because as far as I'm concerned, they arrested a PhD college student in Pennsylvania, and everything's a secret. In the arrest affidavit for Brian Koberger, they made mention...
Is it me, or do you guys think he is fucking as insane as I do? Like, honestly. His theories are whacked. His conclusions are even more whacked. Is it just me? Or do you guys also think that he is so far out there that it's hurting a case? Innocent till proven guilty without a doubt. But when does it cross the line with your entitlement is so wrong and so, for a lack of a better word, so tragedy pimp, you're not owed an explanation. That is what trials are for.
Moving right along. In closing, let's talk about the secret door. Check out these images. We have two possibilities to the entrance into this secret underground tunnel. One of these doors may lead to the tunnel. Nobody has ever seen inside of either of these doors. There's no photographic evidence on all of the internet of what's behind either of these doors. Right here in the hallway, we have a door that is in between the downstairs bathroom and Bethany's room. That door right there would lead over here to underneath that suspicious mound behind the house. That would be a really good location for an underground basement, and it would lead to right underneath the kitchen. That hill right there. The other possibility is this little door. And you know, Brian Koberger is the tall man, so he is too tall to be crawling through that little door. Yeah. But I've seen little doors like that in movies, and they oftentimes lead to little secret underground passageways. It's true, you've probably seen some of those movies. And as you know, many Hollywood movies are based on real life. And for those of you that have seen Lifetime movies, you would know those are very accurate. Very, very, very accurate.
Okay. Most Lifetime movies are far from accurate. Far from accurate. Even when they do ones based on a true story, it's complete opposite of what actually happened.
You have to be careful which unknown doorways you walk through, because you don't know what's waiting for you on the other side. Now let's have a quick look at the crime house from this alternative angle. That's 1122 King Road back here. Up front, right here, this is 1112 King Road. And this is where they got the camera footage of the white Elantra and the DoorDash driver, suspect vehicle number 1. But let me direct your attention to the neighbor's house right over here. You can see a little air vent underneath the house. Why would you need an air vent underneath the house? That probably leads to an underground passageway.
No, dumbass, it's probably a fucking basement. Not some secret passageway, just a basement. And most basements have vents.
Yeah. Now, underneath this house, right here, this is undeniable. Look at this window. The window literally goes down into the ground, which means whatever that window leads to goes underneath the road.
It's called a basement.
So there's a room underneath the road, right here. We got a window here, we got air vents over there, we got a suspicious mound behind 1122 King Road, we have the mysterious hallway door, and then we have the little door. And don't even tell me that none of these doors lead anywhere. You don't know. They might. And in the proper thorough...
Yes, I do know. They lead to a basement. Yeah, probably a dryer vent. You're right. So if you notice, they're talking... He pulls up somewhat secret tunnels in Mexico. Mexico man builds secret tunnels. The secret $4 billion network. Chicago. What does this have to do with the Idaho 4 and housing?
Roll investigation, we must open all doors. Yeah, we're not going to leave any stones unturned. Not here, not at Crime Circus, not at the Crime Circus cult. You're not, and I'm not either. Anyways, I will be back again very soon. There's more I've uncovered behind the scenes regarding this investigation. If you're not a member of Patreon, please consider supporting this channel. It really helps me with these investigations and obtaining interrogation videos. And with the more support I get, I'm considering visiting some of these crime scenes to do a deeper dive investigation.
Oh God, here we go. Another person hitting the crime scenes. Here we go. And now we got everyone trying to be JLR.
Hands on, eyes on, maybe collect some evidence and do some processing. We'll see. Anyways, until next time, remember to stay safe out there because you know it's a dangerous world.
Am I the crazy one? Or is this some of the most ridiculous shit you've ever heard? I was mind blown. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Why? Why would you put up with this? Like, and the comments are all gloating on him. The comments all, he's right. This happened, that happened, this is it. Like, it's ridiculous.
Wow, cryptocurrency, secret passages, and occult affiliates. Oh my. Let's see what Dolly had to say about it.
Drip Drop's video that Laura reviewed, he was basically speculating that Kaylee's family was involved, if I understand correctly. That her family was involved? Oh, Lord, maybe that's why he took that video down. You got to be really careful. Look, we see lawsuits going out here for stupid shit, okay? Let's be honest. People are getting sued for stupid shit. Them people are victims. You start accusing the family. Right now, look, I say the roommates, I think. But I tell y'all that I think it don't make sense. But I ain't saying these people, no shape or form did this, okay? That's how people get fucking sued right there. Especially if you profited off of it. Because, you know, as we get up here and talk about things, we were making money. So you got to be respectful of that when you're making a living, and you got to be respectful of the things you say because these people are victims, right? You get up here and just start trashing people and lying on them. That's defamation, and they're already going through enough. You get your ass sued, Drip Drop. You know what I'm saying? He has the right to his opinion. It's only defamation when you're telling a lie and you know it's a lie. These people, you know, may not have nothing to do with anything, and they're over there grieving the death of their daughter, and they're being accused of involvement. Okay, video is still up. I looked for it. How come I didn't see it? There's 2 channels with like 100,000 people. Drip Drop killing it, ain't he? Damn, I need to get some damn makeup on.
Covered potential connections to the cult of Odin, and this was allegedly a retaliation sacrifice.
I think Drip Drop is the cult of Odin, okay? What cult is this dude in? Okay, he says the Crime Circus cult, but I don't know, Drip Drop. I'm gonna have to look at them trees that were put on Abby and Libby and like look at the little lines on your face and see if there's any comparison of the two. I think I can link you to the Odom, okay? I could probably link you to the Delphi murders. Right now, this world's small. You know somebody in Delphi. Don't try to play me. Don't act like you don't. I can tell. I can look right at you. You got Delphi, Indiana written all over your ass.
Here I present you a picture from the very beginning of the investigation.
Yeah, the ladder was there, and there is, I don't believe that he climbed up the ladder and got into the residence.
Taken on the very first day of the investigation. Look at this. This is very red. This was right after. This was before it snowed. Some of you doubters out there were a little confused.
I don't think that has anything to do with blood. That's not blood. That is just the roofing. Rust or something of that nature is accumulated there. Probably from the gutters or drains or raggedy ass leaves. But that's definitely not blood on the roof of the house, okay? And I don't believe he went through the windows on the front of the house. The first thing is that if you're a fucking neighbor and you look over and there's a dude skelling the front of a house, you're going to call the police, okay? Little bit of a stretch, Drip. Little bit of a stretch.
And this photo has not been altered or manipulated in any way whatsoever. I don't do that to any of the photos, thanks.
Okay, Drip Drop. For him to have got blood in the front of that house right there, he would have had to go in that house, Drip Drop, kill those people, and climb out the front damn window of the house, okay, and bleed all over the ledge, okay? That didn't happen, bro, okay? Is it possible? Let's go. I mean, yes, it's possible. It's possible. But that didn't happen, okay? He didn't climb through the front window. We know for a fact that he exited through the black sliding glass door.
You can see it is placed the proper, correct way up against the house so you could climb up it. Some of you were confused because at some point the police had turned it around so nobody could climb up the ladder. Yeah, boom. I was
boom. Shakalaka. I don't know if that's a boom moment. Okay, boom. Boom. All right. It is placed there. You could climb up there. All right. But a killer, 4 o'clock in the morning, ain't climbing up no damn ladders in front of your house. I just don't see that happening. That ain't a boom moment. Okay. I don't know. I think the ladder really in this has nothing to do with it. It's just a ladder that just happened to be there that they happen to own. Okay.
Will arrive with me at the mega boom.
The mega boom. It sounds like you're selling used cars. You know what I'm saying? The mega boom. I'm ready. Anybody ready for the mega boom? All right, the mega boom. Brian Kohlberger connected to Odonism. Boom.
This case is about connections. Who knows who, so on and so forth. You have to connect the dots.
I think, Drip Drop, you might have one of those Odin patches on right now.
As a proper investigator. So that's what I've done. Some of this stuff in this video I have chosen to redact. I have censored some full names. I do fear...
Don't be doxing, Drip Drop. Don't be, the internet will come for you. The Odin boom. Boom.
I'm just going to show you part of this tree, but I won't explain exactly how I got to the formulation of this tree.
Okay, well, let me tell you about a tree. There's a tree in my backyard. It's been growing for years. Okay, it has a bunch of limbs on it with leaves.
His father is named Steve, and Steve has a brother named Nathan. Nathan would be Kaylee's uncle. About a year ago, Nathan was sentenced to 20 years in the state penitentiary for passing away a man. Yeah, and the circumstances around his passing are...
Passing away a man? I've never heard nobody say that.
...are very suspicious, and are most likely drug-related, allegedly. Also, Steve's brother has a previous prison sentence for drugs. Yeah. So, about this passing away that Steve's brother's doing 20 years in the state penitentiary for, I found an article, and it says, the one and only witness was uncooperative. I believe that uncooperative witness was the victim's son, because 2 days later, the victim's son called 911 with some additional information. And he had already known that his father was in the hospital regarding this event. Key information.
What the hell? Did he make that noise, or was that a sample? What the hell was that?
That's a bit sus to us.
Sus to us. To me, that was a little bit sus right there, homie. Okay? That whole, that was a little weird. Okay? That was a little fucking strange and some change right there. That was almost as strange as the spiders on your face. Okay? I'm just saying. That was weird. That was a weird one.
Multiple divorce filings. As seen here. The man that Nathan is in prison.
What the hell? Okay. Drip drop. Drip drop. Drip drop. Drip drop. What the hell does this got to do? What does the father's brother have anything to do with this? It almost sounds like the family of the girls didn't have shit to do with this. Okay? They didn't. If anybody, if he was just up here accusing the roommates, I could get down with it, right? But to me, it sounds like it's going in a direction like that through the brother is connected to this and that, was locked up with, I don't know. It just seems like one of those things. All right, let's finish it.
And for passing away, his name was Damon. So hypothetically, if Damon's family, or any memberships that he were a part of, wanted to seek revenge, they couldn't do it against Nathan's children because he had none. So his closest relative would have been Kaylee. Yeah, let me explain. This really isn't that...
Okay, so he's saying that this dude unalived somebody. So in retaliation, seeking revenge, they unalived Kaylee and then went through the house and just happened to leave a knife sheath with Brian Kohlberger's blood. I don't know about that one, Drip Drip. I used to like Drip Drip a lot, but he's making a circus out of this and have lost a lot of respect for him, Alabama Mama, for. Okay, I think Drip Drop does a really good job when he don't try to stretch everything. Like, I'm just saying he's reaching a lot, I think when he just covers what's going on, he's good. I think Drip Drop is really good at what he does. He looks weird as shit, right? Look, Dolly look weird. I can't say nothing. But he looked weird as shit, but I think he's really good when he stays on track with the facts. when he tries to stretch it, like he tries to connect things into me in more of a conspiracy kind of way.
In fact, he even wants cameras in the courtroom. Of course, he wants Brian Koberger to be guilty, but in his gut, he allegedly may feel a different way because he knows about his brother. He knows about the lifestyle his brother was mixed up in.
I disagree with that. I totally. This is where it's a stretch. This is where it's a stretch. He is literally up here blaming the family of dead kids. Drip drop. Come on, bro. Come on. Like he was good in the other stuff leading up to this. This is a little bit effed up. This is a little bit of a. I don't know. It's not good. I don't think it's good to get out here and blame, or even suggest. I don't know. That's that. Same. I disagree with this BS. That is a little, man, bro. You know, damn. And I like your content. I think when you're not reaching for things or stretching like so far, really, 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 really good content. This right here is like you're literally blaming the family of a girl that's been brutally murdered. That's not good to drop, you know. But you're stating it like he knew and like this is factual information. That's what's so scary about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't sound like you're giving your opinion. It sounds like you're stating facts.
To look into who the man was that Steve's brother Nathan passed away and who his connections and family members were. I discovered that he has a son that is a manager at a marijuana grow operation near Portland.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's hear this connection. This is a reach right here.
So I took a look. I looked into the son and who his connections were. I took a look at his Instagram page. I saw this picture.
Okay, I know the haters right here would say, right now, Drip Drop is doxing this girl's family. Now, I know that's what the haters would say. Am I wrong about that? Is this considered doxing, chat room? I know internet-wise, if you talk, you're doxing, okay? But this is sort of doxing. I had no clue to who their family was, okay? I just think you leave people's families out of it unless they're brought into the investigation, okay? Like, these people ain't in the investigation. Why are you showing pictures of them? I mean, it's like, imagine you get on the internet and you watching some shit and you see a picture of you on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's random, but, you know, this dude might not have nothing to do with any of this other than the fact that he did some bad things and ended up in prison. And
then I found this guy. Somebody with a family name that has connections to Coeur d'Alene. And he's about the same exact age as the victim's son. So I'm assuming that he's the cousin. He's also connected to just north of Coeur d'Alene in a town called Alto. And when I do a Google search for Alto, Idaho, this is the first image I see. And I thought to myself, that's interesting.
All right, we got to work on that. It sounds a little, I don't know, drippy. Sounds a little drippy.
Interesting. I think I've seen that place before somewhere. Was it in my dreams? No, it wasn't. Actually, I just saw that picture right here. Boom.
Boom! He's at a lake in the town that he lives in. Boom! What is the chances of that? OMG. OMG.
The victim's son that Steve's brother passed away has a direct connection to Coeur d'Alene and Alto. That's the same place. If you don't think that's the same place, please let me know. But I think that's him in his little kayak floating around in that lake. And the trees look the same, the water looks the same, everything looks the same.
Yeah, like trees. They look like trees. Like, you know, I know they look alike. Like, you know, trees look alike. Sometimes water looks like water. You know, just saying. I don't get the whole boom. I don't get it. Am I missing something? Did I miss something? Because I don't see the big boom moment. It sounds just like you're just digging through Steve Gonzalo's family, you know, posting pictures of him and saying, look at this, and look at that, and look at this, and look at that. Boom! And you throw in some good music, like a boom effect with it, a little bit of fucking smoke, and people are like, yeah. But to me, you are playing with a rubber band, and you are stretching the shit out of it, okay?
If you out there thinking, Drip Drop, get on with it. None of this means anything.
Drip Drop, I've been thinking that shit for how long are we into this video now? For like 11 minutes, okay? And I actually like it. I think you make good videos, everything. It's like this shit for like a lawsuit. I'd be scared to be like, can we get a allegedly? Can we get a, in my opinion, this is what I'm thinking? Because you're kind of stating these things like fact. Like, and that's not good, okay? And that's how autonomous information and things like that get spread.
Okie dokie, let's go. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the Delphi case from Indiana involving Richard Allen. He was arrested about 10 months ago. They say he committed the crime. The defense released paperwork recently that showed that the sheriff lied to get the arrest.
Allegedly lied to get the arrest, okay? See, that's the wording in it. He lied to get the arrest. Allegedly, there's some things that are coming out that they're trying to get thrown out, but that ain't fact that this man lied about the arrest, okay? There's no fact in that yet, right? So you can't state something as a fact that's not a fact. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but I would suggest otherwise.
Do a full-blown deep dive into that case very soon because Richard Allen is an innocent man, and he is allegedly being framed.
Let me tell you something, Drippy. Let me tell you something, bro. If they were saying right now, Dolly, unalive, Drip Drop, okay? I'm going to use Drippy, Drip Drip. I'm going to use you as an example. They're saying, Dolly, they got me arrested. You unalive, Drip Drop, okay? I'm going to be like, oh, hell no, I didn't. Oh, no. No, Dolly didn't. Unalive, Drip Drop. You ain't find no makeup on me. None of that. No fingerprints. No, didn't do it. I'm not getting on the phone and calling PJ and being like, hey, PJ, I'll unalive damn drip drop. It's not going to happen. Nobody twists your arm when you use those jail phones. I don't know if you've been locked up, drip drop, but you're in there with a bunch of people. There's no guards in there twisting your arm around your head, making you call your mama and confess to a murder. There's nobody making you call your wife and confess to a murder. I don't think that Steven Gonzalez's family has anything to do with any of this. Okay? This is like our super big stretch. Super big stretch. A satanic version of Dr. Seuss, okay? Maybe Drip Drop's into death metal. It would make sense. He's into the corpse paint for sure. And he kind of got his Dr. Seuss hat and his flannel. So when he's not making green eggs and ham, he's chopping down fucking trees. I don't know. Make it make sense, YouTube. Make it make sense.
Boom. The cult of Odin.
Boom! I will not eat green eggs and ham in a tree with a bumblebee, okay? Sam, I am, okay? Sam, I am. Boom! Shakalaka. I didn't dress you up like Dr. Seuss. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad. I like green eggs and ham. Matter of fact, Dr. Seuss is my favorite author.
I'm actually in fear for my life just recording this video.
Oh, shit, okay? He's in fear for his life.
I think this information is important enough for me to risk everything. Now.
This information ain't that important. Okay, he's risking it all right now. You're risking it all, like, because you might get sued, so you might be right. You might be in some danger. Legal danger. Because this is just, I don't know. I just don't know. He's trying to connect. There's no connection.
Getting back to the relative of the victim, Kaylee's dad's brother passed away. Here he is. I know you're thinking, so what?
He already knows what we're thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Drip Drop. Look, if he was a mind reader, you could definitely, because I was totally thinking, so what? He had me pegged. He knew what I was thinking. Boom! Do you recognize the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu triangles? I don't know. What is it?
Is that symbol on his right hand? It's a cult of Odin tattoo. Yeah.
Ooh, he has an arrow, and he also has a gun on his hip. He could have used that gun in an unaliving of other cult members when they were doing human sacrifices to the spirit world. I don't know. He don't look like a voodoo witch doctor to me. Oh, he's into Odin. What does that got to do with anything, though? Okay? I'm sure you can find one of my family members that is into some damn weirdo shit if you really start digging. You know? The whole video you're stretching on. He knows he's stretching, too. He knows what he's doing, right? He knows what he's doing. He knows he's stretching. He knows. But look, as a YouTube content creator, you got to come up here and talk about things. And if that's what he's sitting around thinking about and he wants to share that, I guess it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just a stretch. Like he said, he's like, I know what you... He already knows, too, that everybody's sitting here thinking, man, you done bummed your head, okay? And he knows that. This is weird because I haven't seen a Drip Drop video that I was like, it made me question Drip Drop, right? I haven't, because he usually just brings you what's going on. But these wild, I don't know, I throw wild fucking conspiracies out there. I really can't say nothing. But I haven't seen much like him like this, but maybe I haven't watched enough of it. But to me, it's kind of blaming the family and doxing the family and weird. It's kind of weird. Ain't what you usually get from him. You can convince people of things that ain't real. And I think some people are really good at that. You know, maybe it's the spiders on the face that hypnotize you. Next thing you know, you believe in some weird-ass, crazy cult shit. I don't know. I just think it's not a good way to approach it.
Oh, now that my life's at high risk, if anything happens to me, if I disappear...
If you disappear, look, dude, if you took up the makeup, we wouldn't even know who you were, okay? If you don't want nobody to get you, take off the Dr. Seuss hat, okay? Wipe the face makeup off, and nobody would know who you were. You could walk right past the Odom dudes. They'd be like, that ain't him. He ain't got a spider on his face. We looking for the dude with spiders on his face, okay? So look, if I was a hitman right now, and they're like, yo, Dolly, we want you to unalive Drippy Drip, right? I'd be like, okay. And then I go looking for a dude with spiders on his face. Now, if you didn't have spiders on your face, I wouldn't know who you were, right? But as soon as I seen Dr. Seuss run by with spiders, I got you, okay? The suspense, right? The suspense. I better tune back in tomorrow because hopefully he's still here, okay? It's good. It's a good sell. YouTuber, content creator. It's a good sell. Man, I'm scared for my life. Look, I got better chances that lady that got stuck in the sunroof coming here and getting me than you got Odinism getting you, okay?
I really hope the cult of Odin doesn't come for me.
I hope they do. They gonna come with a membership, right? Okay, Drippy? No disrespect, but you look like you could be in a cult, okay? I don't know what cult, a cult of people in the dark with smoke and Dr. Seuss hats, but it's a scary cult. If I seen a pack of you fuckers running up on me, I'd be like, dude, this is like a bad Dr. Seuss nightmare, okay? This is like if you're kind of like if a horror movie scene. I don't know if you're like Children of the Corn meets damn, I don't know. Papa Smurf, okay? Is it a Papa Smurf hat? Is it a Dr. Seuss hat? Is it a sleeping hat? What fucking kind of hat do you got on? It looks like you got multiple hats on, too. This is when, like, if a fucking Smurf seen a ghost, okay? If Casper and Papa Smurf had a baby, they would have had Drip Drop, all right? Don't get mad at me, Drip Drop. Don't strike me, man. I'm just playing. I'm a YouTube content creator, okay? Damn.
Please pray for me. And good must do.
I pray for you. You sure you don't look like you into Jesus Christ, okay? But I'll pray for you right here, Drip Drop. Little baby Jesus.
please wash his face for me, okay? Get the spiders off his face. Dolly is scared of spiders, little baby Jesus. They creepy. They spook me. I don't know what it is. Help this man. Make sure that the cult of Odin don't get little baby Drip Drop. We don't want his spiders crushed on his face. Okay.
So as you've seen, Drip Drop with Crime Circus has been on some serious speculative shit lately. He is not only speculating, but blaming the victim's family in the Idaho 4 case, linking and connecting dots that are not there. Is it just for the sake of numbers for his YouTube channel? Or does Drip Drop really believe this type of shit? I don't know. I guess we'll see. On this next segment, we have Turtle Boy again this week. And of course, that will be accompanied by the Glarer. Turtle Boy was arrested, so let's take a look at that.
A local blogger released on personal recognizance hours after being arrested in connection with coverage of a high-profile local murder case. Aidan Kearney runs the blog Turtle Boy News, which has tens of thousands of followers. Boston 25 investigative reporter Ted Daniel broke this story this morning and has been covering the Karen Reed case from the very beginning. Quite the spectacle there today, Ted.
Mark, Aidan Kearney was arrested this morning outside his home in Holden. He tells me he was placed into handcuffs after walking his kids to the bus stop. These are the court documents here detailing the charges against him. He faces multiple counts of witness intimidation, obstructing the administration of justice, and a single count of conspiracy to intimidate a witness. As soon as Kearney was released from custody, he went off on the courthouse steps.
They will never shut me up. They will never, ever, ever stop me from reporting the truth.
Karen Reed's self-proclaimed biggest offender is now defending himself.
I hope they find that Ford Edge.
That's Aidan Kearney, a.k.a. Turtle Boy, in handcuffs. Earlier this month, he predicted this.
They might arrest me for this. Now, I'm not going to stay in jail. I'll get bailed out in 5 seconds.
During his arraignment, a special prosecutor appointed by the Norfolk County DA's office listed numerous occasions where Kearney allegedly harassed people named as witnesses in the Karen Reed case. Reed is accused of killing her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe. Kearney claims she's been framed in a cover-up.
So, John, I have a question. Did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed?
Kearney confronted a mother and her daughter at a high school sporting event.
So we are outside D&E Pizza, owned by Chris Albert, Chicken Parm Charlie.
He's protested outside of a Canton pizza shop owned by a relative of two people he claims are involved in John O'Keefe's murder.
This is the home of Brian Albert.
He's led rolling rallies to the Canton homes of witnesses and law enforcement, and the special prosecutor read this message Kearney left for the wife of a detective on the Reed case after broadcasting her cell phone number.
And what's your scumbag husband up to now? Are you going to visit him in prison? Do you think they'll have conjugal visits?
The special prosecutor claims Kearney has made as much as $5 million from his coverage of this case. Kearney laughed at that claim. He says he will not back down.
Everything that you heard in that courtroom today is legal, protected opinion, and I will not be intimidated, I will not be silenced, and we will continue on our journey.
The judge released Kearney without bail. The special prosecutor wanted him to wear a GPS tracking device, but that request was denied by the judge. He's been ordered to stay away from a number of witnesses in the Karen Reed case. Mark, the judge did not specifically bar him from reporting on the Karen Reed case.
Ted, one of the charges Kearney faces is conspiracy to intimidate a witness. What's that all about?
Yeah, they talked about that in court. On his blog, Kearney posted that he was looking to identify the owner of a car parked outside the home of a state trooper who's investigating the Reed case. An Avon dispatcher ran several plates for him, and that is the basis of that charge. They say registration info is only supposed to be accessed for legitimate law enforcement purposes. We've learned that Avon dispatcher has been placed on leave.
And Ted Kearney says items were seized from his home this morning after the arrest?
Yeah, I asked him about that. He didn't say exactly what they took, but he mentioned that he needed to start over and get new electronics. Did not have a cell phone out when he left court, so that may be one of the items, Mark, that has been taken by police.
Ted, and as we heard earlier, Kearney had plenty of supporters with him at court.
Yeah, he's got a big following. There were people holding signs for him outside court and standing with him when he spoke to reporters. As the hearing was taking place, you could hear a number of cars honking. As people drove by, they were honking to the people who were holding signs for him. Mark, this is just another twist in a case that's been anything but routine.
Now let's jump over to see what the Glarer has to say.
They're talking about it. And the reason why Turtle Boy is doing what he's doing, and I don't like to speak for him, but the vibe that I'm getting from him is simply to educate people on the case, to spread the word, to understand that even though this sounds crazy, that there is some sort of conspiracy or some sort of injustice coming from higher ups, judge for yourself. Take the information that I just dropped in chat and judge for yourself. I understand that there are people who have their opinions on Turtle Boy, okay? That's fine. But again, pay attention, okay? Pay attention, learn all the facts of the case before you decide what's right or wrong as far as Turtle Boy's actions go. Because here's the thing. I want to be very clear about something. Has Turtle Boy engaged in actions that I would engage in. A lot of it, yes. Some of it, no. Absolutely not. But it does not mean that I don't understand why he did it. And it also doesn't mean that I don't think that a lot of it was necessary. When you're dealing with having to expose people who are respected in their community and are clearly, or at least there's clear evidence to assess that they are involved in some sort of cover-up of a crime, if you are absolutely convinced of this, and you're an educated man, such as Turtle Boy is, well then, it makes sense that he would go to the extremes that he would go to. I understand it. Just because I don't necessarily approve of it, I do understand it. And those charges, from what I've seen as far as evidence go, are a sham. And I'm seeing people on Twitter put together these little videos showing these little things. I'm no stranger to this, where people take my shit and clip it up, and they're like, look what a vile human being the Glarer is. He called a woman a cunt. Oh, no. So I understand that. But the thing is because sometimes I say things that are offensive. Sometimes I say things that are, I mean, I really don't know what other word to use other than offensive. But I haven't heard the guy lie. I haven't heard him do anything where he actually threatened someone's physical well-being. The clips that I've seen put together where he supposedly threatens someone, he threatens them with, I'm going to find out everything about you. I'm going to audit you. Audit means to me that he is going to, he's an investigative journalist. That means he's going to dig into every little thing about your life. And if he suspects you of framing an innocent woman, and he has valid reason to suspect you of that, is it unjust to put pressure on these people? That's the question. And I personally, I don't feel it's unjust based on what I'm seeing with these crimes, or with this crime, with the John O'Keefe murder, and everything that I'm learning more and more and more. No, I don't think that anything that he's done so far is unjust.
Now, I have a right to my opinion on this because I do know the facts of the case. I've looked at all of Sleuthy Goosey's information. I've talked to Deeds. I do know the facts of the case, and even with the facts of the case, I'm not 100% sure that it was an accident, and I'm not 100% sure that he was unalived by the people at that party. What I am 100% sure about is that the tactics that Turtle Boy is using are unnecessary and honestly just aggressive and harassing, and it's not okay. We are against that kind of behavior. Bring attention to it all you want. That's great. Do the protests, but the personal harassment is a problem. I also do take into consideration that there's some sort of corruption possibly going on in this county and in this case. But with that being said, I also have to say that after the arrest of Turtle Boy, the prosecutor asked for him to be placed on a GPS tracker, and the judge denied that. The judge also allowed him out of jail without a bond. So if corruption is the problem, why would the judge allow that? Is it because the judge isn't in on the corruption? I don't know. You tell me. This case clearly has everyone in the tizzy, and everyone is covering it. It's because of the shock of Turtle Boy getting support with the harassment that he's doing. I hope that if I was to ever be in a position such as Karen Reed, that I would have somebody fighting for me like Turtle Boy without the harassment of other people and their children. Now we're going to watch Dolly Vision cover Turtle Boy and the Glarer.
That's right. That is right. So they're out there, and this is the family of the man that was killed. And I tried to explain this. It don't matter who killed him. If the police killed him, okay, why are you booing the family, talking shit about the family? If the girl killed him, why are you booing and talking shit about the family? It's just, this dude, it's amazing to me that, it's amazing. And that people would get up here and back him. But look at the people doing it. Look at the people backing him. And this shows you, if this don't show the internet something, right, it's just loaded with hypocrites. I actually said, no, we're not going to say anything to his mother. What the fuck is wrong with Peggy O'Keefe? Oh, she's fucking old. You're being mean to the mother. Well, fuck her too, okay? Okay, Peggy O'Keefe is the mother of John O'Keefe. Now, this is the man you fighting for, and you just said F his mother, okay? F his mother. Dude, you are, you know what it should be saying? F you, bro. F you. You are an idiot. You are an absolute fucking idiot. I don't care if you're right and every cop in Boston is corrupt as shit, okay? I don't care if they're damn Joe Biden corrupt. I don't care. I just know this. You's a piece of shit. All right? You's a piece of work. I hope when they get your ass up in court, they lock your ass right up. Right? Because you know why? I'm a father. And if that was my daughter and you up there, fuck me, this and that, dude, you are some work. I can tell you this, you ain't no world-winning shit, okay? You a world-winning asshole.
Fuck her too. Because I know you're old and you have to be nice to fucking old people, especially when their fucking kids die. Yeah, Paul, talk about your mama.
And look, JLR, I don't even think it's this bad, okay? It's more in line with what JL, this gonzo reporting or whatever the fuck they call it. You know, it's more on the lines of that than anything else. I don't know anybody else on the internet is similar that harasses and then does it's creepy, weird, talking about watching pornos of a cop and his wife, and people back this shit. He has a following. Like, that just shows you can do any fucking thing you want on the internet, and there will be a handful of fucking people that will back you. I'm amazed by it. I'm amazed by it. That people, even if they believe it's a conspiracy and they believe that the damn Boston police are corrupt, I mean, you can believe that, but y'all watch this fucker? Okay, this disrespectful piece of shit ass dude. I don't get it. Oh my Lord, bump my damn head on an invisible rock. Make it make sense. The Boston police killed this man. I'm not going to be like, fuck his dead mommy. You know what I'm saying? What the hell is this dude on? Oh my Jesus. And you know you got a piece of shit Baby Gap that's going to back him on anything. He could be with JLR and Baby Gap would still be like, well, I call JLR. Well, why ain't you calling this fucking dude out? Why ain't you calling this dude out? Right? You had something to say. Every time I moved in Georgia, I took a breath. You had some shit to say. Why ain't you got nothing to say about this dude? Oh, that's right. He came on your channel and got you fucking a couple extra fucking subs, so you got to simp your ass off for him. Right? Now, if you're going to call bullshit on this internet, call bullshit all the way around. Right? That's how I see it. The only useless ass person I've seen so far, thank you, Sidekick, for the sticker, is him. Okay? And the people that act like they're the moral police out here, acting like they good, defending this dude. Remember, people down there, they didn't want me to go to Summer Wells Day, right? Cancel it. These people defending this guy, okay? Okay? Have I ever went to Tennessee and harassed anybody, hurt anybody, messed with anybody's families, done any of that shit? And these same people, they were on my ass to where I had to cancel an event, couldn't show up because I didn't want there to be chaos. From these other YouTubers. Dolly's bad, Dolly's bad, Dolly's bad, Dolly's bad, Dolly, fuck Dolly, Dolly this, Dolly that, Dolly this. And they back this piece of shit. Straight hypocrites, straight ass hypocrites. You don't see me knocking on doors, all right? Just going messing with people and knocking on. You better stay the way away. This dude is doxing people like legitimately. And look, it ain't like no internet beef doxing where nobody's gonna do nothing. He is involved in a conspiracy, right? Where these conspiracy people are fucking nuts. Okay, remember the damn Pizzagate shit that all stemmed from fucking crazy people on the internet? I mean, there was some truth to some of that, the Epstein stuff, but we ain't getting into that right now. But still, that crazy shit is what this is about. This is you dreamed up some big conspiracy that it ain't. A drunk woman fighting with her man hit him with the car. He got bruises on his head because he hit the damn ground. Okay? If your damn brain is bleeding, your eyes are going to swell up. Okay? The baby running around with his damn turtle rattle. Hey, turtle boy, right? Trying to get a click and a view. And he's talking about JLR trying to get a click and a view. Nah, bro. You out there trying to get a click and a view. He got some damn free Karen Reed in his shit. You don't see no free Karen Reed in my tag, right? Calling their house, showing up at their kids' softball games, lacrosse games, fucking weirdo JLR shit. You sit over there, Baby Gab, and you bitch about, you better not never say nothing about JLR ever again, okay? Ever the fuck again, right? You hypocrite ass little baby, stinking ass little baby diaper having ass, right? Make it make good damn sense. This dude does some horrible shit, and you got people that encourage it. So Keith's like, enough of the fucking pity party for these fucking people.
He's actually not going by anything he's received in those court documents.
Is extremely different because you're actually going by actual court documents, and you really, I mean, I don't see somebody with the kind of sense that you have putting themselves in harm's way because you're...
Baby Gap is such a fucking suck up. Baby Gap, you might as well shot this broadcast from your knees, okay? You should have just got on your knees when this dude came on your channel, okay? But what Turtle Boy does is good because he uses the court record to harass, stalk, weirdo, probably like, you heard he's watching pornos of the families and F the dead. Dude, this dude is scum. Anybody that backs him, is it you have because you want to get a click and a view, you're a scum. But we already knew that about Baby Gap anyway, right? He runs around with a shitty diaper constantly, drunk. A drunk little baby with a shitty diaper.
Okay, now we see how Dolly feels. I have to say, man, this is making me feel like I'm hate bonding. I don't want no parts of hate bonding, but man, he's right on a lot of this stuff. Now, some of the stuff is personal for him, going after Baby Gap. That's not... I don't have anything personal against the Glairer. I just think he's wrong on this. You can support his motion and his movements for Karen Reed without supporting the bullshit he's doing to these other people. I mean, it's super simple. Come on, guys.
A content creator who is committed to the hashtag #SayNo movement. I will commit to the mantra to set the tone as an example for my subscribers and viewers. Hashtag #SayNo is a multinational movement to do with stopping the doxing, bullying, harassment, scamming, and fake accounts that are going on across all streaming platforms. I stand with the #SayNo movement. Content creators have subscribers. The primary role of the channel owner as a leader is to convey to those followers a sense of purpose, vision, and mission. Do not just get angry. We must realize we need to stand up for what is right when we witness injustice. We cannot just keep letting these things happen. We all need to get involved in the process. Do not forget, we all have a voice, and we need to start using it. One voice can be louder than a crowd. I know that if we lose our voice, or if we let someone silence our voice, things will never get better. No change will ever be made. Say no to doxing. Say no to bullying. Say no to harassment. Say no to scamming. Say no to fake accounts. Say no to discrimination. It's time to start cleaning up these streets. Will you stand with the #SayNo movement? Let's make it happen together.
I was just going to come up and add really quickly. So one of the things is, and I think that's where, like, for me, it's kind of frustrating, is the movement that was created by subs who are tired of people bullying, going real life, doxing, doing all of those things, harassing, all of that, right? And so they got together and they started to create this. Really what their movement is what they want is they want creators to sign on, right? And they're still, in their beginning stages, right? The video was one of the first steps. And so they want to create guidelines, right, of what is considered bullying, how far is too far, kind of a thing, right? Yeah. And then what they want is they want creators to sign on and say, I will commit to following these guidelines on my channel, not to control what other people do on their channels, not to control what subs do on other channels, but strictly what do I do on my channel? And this is how I move forward from here as a content creator.
Thank you, Nanya.
I think that the narrative that's being put out is that the movement is going to be to hold those people accountable. Now, do they want to see some enforcement of the TOS in different areas when it comes to the real life and the doxing harassment? Absolutely. That is one of the pressure campaigns they'd like to, put onto YouTube. Absolutely. But
I think everybody would like to see that. At least I would hope. Except the ones who do it, of course, and they won't want to see that, but.
Right. So I think that's where, the message is kind of getting skewed. I really would love to see a conversation had. I would love to see the founders. I believe there's two main founders of the movement. I would love to see a panel held where they can come up and speak to what their movement is. I know I've gotten emails about it. I know I'm in the Discord with them, so I know I have some information on it. I think the actual movement itself is an amazing thing, and it's a start. It's a start in the right direction where nobody has arrived, right? But I think it's absolutely a great start. And if you don't want to participate in it, you don't agree with it, you don't have to. Point out, Kashmir has a good comment. I don't understand how calling someone moose knuckle all throughout your life and then promoting merch to stop bullying is okay. It's hypocrisy and it's gross. And I'm not a fan. I'm not a Molly fan at all. I'm not a Molly. Everybody knows, I'm no MGL fan at all. But I agree. I think, again, if you're going to be talking about the behaviors, I'm all for the awareness. I'm all for using their words against him. For me, just for my own personal style, that's it. Not trying to enforce that on anybody else. When you get into the name calling, you've entered into a different realm.
Just to continue a little bit with the Kashmir here, I agree with her. And when I went on live last night, I did talk about the #SayNo and how it is about making ourselves conscious about what we say, about how we speak about people. And then I did myself go into reviewing Molly, and I did call her moose knuckle. I absolutely did that. And I 100% agree with Kashmir. It's so easy to slip into certain patterns, I guess, that we have been living on these streets, I would say.
Oh, I get that.
Very hard.
It can be
conscious effort.
Yeah, absolutely, right? We want the people that we're calling out to have these conscious efforts about themselves. So the #SayNo is really, a good way for ourselves as creators, the ones who want to call out the BS, the ones who want to try and make a change around here, to understand who we are as well. And I agree with Kashmir. I absolutely do. And I will apologize, especially to her, because she said that she was disappointed and she was obviously offended by it. And I agree with that. So
Yep says, so I hope we don't get attacked when calling out those in the movement, because there's some glaring issues there. And I agree. I think that those who are signing up are signing and they're saying, I don't want to do this. Because I know, Wispy, we had a conversation a couple of days ago where, like, it's so easy to fall into it. You get in your emotions when you see somebody saying something so egregious and you get angry. You connect with all these different emotions. And sometimes in those emotions, you can say things, like, I think we've all done it. So I don't think anybody would lie and say they haven't. But, you get in those emotions and you say things. But I think that's where, again, those subs, those creators who are signing up to be a part of this, they're all agreeing that, hey, like, if you get to a point where, like, it's too far, it's too much, like, let's not go there. There needs to be that safe space where the subs can say, hey, like maybe we need to take a breather for a second and, like, bring it back down to the behaviors, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's important too.
I don't mind being conscious about what I do. And I love, obviously, people calling us out, because that's what we do, right? That's what we can't, just like we can't expect, or just like, I don't know, it's like Betty expects us not to say anything, but she wants to be able to do everything, And we have to sort of be the same way, right? We want to be able to call her out on things, but we also have to make sure that we're not doing what we're calling out.
I'm just saying, you can say, I don't know, Wispy's not a nice gal, right? You can say that, or I have my own experiences with you can say that in a respectful manner without having to go and call her names or do this or do that. You can speak on your hurt and your experience without having to go to that level. And if you want to do that, you're more like, obviously, who am I to control that? I can only control that on my channel. And if I'm a creator who's signing up and I say, this is what I want, like, this is what I stand for, this is what I stand behind, then I've got to make that choice to enforce that on my channel. You're more than welcome to feel that way anywhere else.
Oh, I will be honest. At first, I wasn't understanding what the Say No movement really was. I appreciate this panel that Lisa had because it does help me to understand it a little more. Will I be a part of the Say No movement? I'm not sure yet, but I can tell you I 100% back it. It's a great idea. It's a great concept, and I hope it works out. Let's all do better together. And last but not least in the lineup for tonight, we have Turtle Island. Let's go over the list of who all is on the chaos season of Turtle Island. And then we will go over the reactions of just a few of the creators. Jonesin, Crumbs and Fashion, and Queen Bee.
Turtle Island. We're calling this season chaos, okay? Crazy season, I'm telling you. Okay, so over the last couple shows, you guys had the chance to pick 4 people. Them 4 people were Huntress is coming to the island. Paper Cut Tina is coming to the island. Bombshell is coming to the island. That in the real Piscine Predator is coming to the island. Okay, that is your 4 that you guys have picked. The rest of the cast is following: Sweet Misery True Crime. Next is The Glarer, followed by J for Justice. Then we have Tattooed Rebel, followed by Ziggy. Next, Crime Stories Obsessed. After that, we have Crime Lines and Lies, followed by Bullhorn Betty. Then we have Jinkies Rumor Has It, followed by Daisy Cow. Then we have Allegedly with Brittany J. Of course, we got to have Perplex TC, or whatever the hell her channel goes by now, Laura. Followed by Andrew's Real Talk. Then we have Savage and All Her Pirates, followed by Jonesin. Then we have Crimes in Fashion, of course, one of the founders of Turtle Island, Uncle Benny, followed by Hills in the Air, and her best friend, JLR Investigates. Also on the island is Burnt Toast, followed by Queen B. Next, we have Stone, but not alone, followed by, and our last person, Penny Pumper Nickel. That is your cast for season 3 of Turtle Island. So, there you have it. We will be kicking off the season soon. Vote for your favorite creator. I'm not going to repeat it, so if you don't know and you're just tuning in, just rewind the video. But that is the entire cast for season 3 of Turtle Island.
Now let's go over a few reactions from people on the CRAMA side of the streets.
Did you see what Deanna just said in chat? This is like unrelated, but that Queen was picked for season 3 of Turtle Island? Is that true or fiction?
Is Queen on there again?
I don't know, but like I don't bring attention to that fucking stupid
I know,
shit.
I know.
If you know, then why would you say it out loud like that?
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh no, I mean,
yeah, because I don't fuck with that, and I don't want to be on his stupid ass fucking island.
I'm sorry.
I don't want no fucking part of it. I don't want anybody going over there and spending money to fucking vote me off. I don't give a fuck about his stupid ass bullshit, and I want no fucking parts of it, especially after all the fuck shit they've caused. Fuck them. No, absolutely not. I want nothing to fucking do with that bullshit. He knows that. He knows how I feel about that, and no, hell no.
I didn't know.
I hope nobody from here fucking sends any kind of money or supports that at all in any way, shape, or form. That's how I feel about it.
You probably want to tell people because I don't think everybody... I mean, I wouldn't go over there. Bob Weir's good point. I'm glad I could make one. I don't think everybody would probably... I mean, I don't think they'd think you want to be on it.
Yeah, no, who cares? I mean, like, I let them do their... I mean, I'm not...
Yeah, I don't watch it, so I don't know.
For that. But anyway, let me see.
Why the fuck would they want... Why the fuck would they put me on there other than to start shit?
I don't know, but I'm not talking about it.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm not being
even right now.
About fucking 5 goddamn.
I brought it up. I'm sorry.
Fucking chat to let us know. That's just oh my god.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, she just was
reading chat. I'm just saying there was 5 fucking goddamn troll accounts in here trying to flood the fucking chat. And, like,
I didn't see that.
I'm sorry. Could be just bullshit.
They've been blocked and deleted out of here because we do not give a fuck.
Yours truly has been. Sit right back and we'll hear a tale of a fateful trip. Now, who do you think I'm going to be on Turtle Island? Hell yes, I'm going to be Ginger. No, y'all, go ahead, take Marianne. I know, I don't care what the men say. Oh yeah, Marianne was the hot one. Bullshit! Ginger was the hot one. They were both cute. And I just need a Thurston Howell to, carry my trunk. I fully understand for some of the people that he's put on this island. I have never watched not 1 minute, not 1 hour of the show Survivor. I have no clue how it works, but I just have a few questions, okay? I completely understand for at least a few of the castaways. I understand why they would be not at all pleased and they want nothing to do with it. And I completely understand and respect that. I personally, I don't care. For me, it's only a win because, I know a lot of people watch it. And I'm sure much like me, many of you, I heard several names. Quite a few that I've never heard of, that I'm going to go look up. And I'm sure everybody's going to do that. And hey, let's get real. That's what we're all here for. I'm not going to sell my soul to do it. But, am I going to decline the, what do they call that thing? The shuttle boat that takes me to Turtle Island? Hell, I'm just, I'm looking at this like a low-budget vacation kind of deal. I'm not moving in. I'm just... So I do have a few questions, though. Accommodations. Is this... Should I be thinking glamping or the Hunger Games? Like... I do believe I left a comment where I told Tina that if she wanted to build a hut, I would whip up some curtains for it because I know curtains ain't her strong suit. Yes, and I did offer. What's his real name? Justice for all. You know who I'm talking about. If he would be so kind as to contribute a few of his cast-off caftans that he no longer wears, well, I would give him beauty tips in exchange. Maybe like shade matching advice. So there's that, and what was the other thing? Hold on, let me just look at my little notes here. Oh, are we going to have security on this island? Because, I'm like, ooh, this could be several felonies waiting to happen. Because, some of these people are, let's just say they let their hands do the talking. And, I know there's at the very least, one other castaway that is definitely not a fan of yours truly. So I just need to know, what should I bring in the way of wardrobe? And I'm sure it goes without saying that I don't travel light. So, who's going to be there to carry my bags? And what should I bring? should I be thinking Kevlar, or like, is this going to be like a Project Runway, make it work moment? Like, is the bearded turtle king going to come out from the mangroves and like throw us a banana leaf and some dental floss and say, make it work? I mean, am I going to have to like build a, well, I'm going to need extra large coconut shells. So I'm putting that request in ahead of time. And, you know, unless there's somebody else who's, you know, needs to be, I mean, Betty can put hers in the banana leaf because, you know, those she's going to be picking up and dropping them in anyway. You know, kind of like a coconut in a hammock, you know. So I need to know about that. Are we going to be, I'm assuming there's no room service, right? So are we going to be given tools to, I mean, if it's an island, I mean, I don't care for sushi, but I mean, if the choice is sushi or bugs, well, I don't know. It'll depend on the bug. So I need to know about that. And I think there was one other concern I had. Oh, yes. How do I get my winnings? And when I win, I promise I will donate those winnings to a charity of my choice. Actually, I don't know, maybe you all could pick it, because I'm sure I'm going to win. I mean, I know they don't know me, but they will certainly love me when they do get to know me.
I made it, as well as a lot of us other creators made it on to Turtle Island. Now, don't ask me how. I don't know. They chose the rest of us. 4 people were voted on. That's the first 4 he mentions, and then it's the rest of us. He said this is going to be called Chaos Island. Okay? I believe it. I don't need to see it to believe it either. It's going to be chaotic. Now, what I will say is I feel a little differently about it than Queen does. Queen feels like Queen doesn't want no parts of it. So just because I'm speaking on it here, don't take it over to Queen. Or just because I'm okay with it here, don't take that over to Queen's. I will agree with her, like when she said, which I've got a clip pulled up of that too, when she said she doesn't want people paying money for votes. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It ain't that serious. I don't give a fuck I'm on the island. I won't give a fuck when I'm off the island. It's okay. But for the sake of the game and what Dolly's doing, I don't mind being on there. I ain't even stressing it. It's a rumble in the jungle, absolutely. I just don't mind being on it. It doesn't bother me. Like, I want to have fun with it if we can. But, like, if you want to vote, you better call in. You can either call in and vote, or you can not, because I don't care. Either I'm on or I'm off. I don't care. But I think it's fun, and it breaks up a little bit of the, toxicity in our community. And, and a lot of people say, well, it's a money game. It is. It is. It's absolutely a money game. But I don't care about him making money as long as he ain't fucking over people to do it. So that ain't my genre. That ain't what I speak on. And as much as it's a money game, it's also a numbers game. It's also a, engagement type thing. Because he's making money on it, but the people on the island are getting engagement. Like, people are going to go check out those people to see what's up with them, But it's absolutely a money-making machine for Dolly. Yeah, it does go in his dirty little pockets. And that's what I was saying in Discord. I don't think I've ever heard him say that it's for charity or anything. Like, it's always been known that it just goes to him for hosting the game show, Yeah, just have fun with it. Thanks for renewing Blue Eyes Crying. Some of the creators I heard him list I'd never heard of before. So I went to their page to look at some of their content. There's one that I heard him list, the Pristine Predator or something like that. I'm going to go look them up because I don't like that name. But supposedly that person covers predators. I don't know. I'm going to have to go look. Yes, for Dolly's charity. You either vibe with it or you don't. And that's okay. It's up to you if you want to donate to it or not. When it's not okay is if it was, using... What wouldn't be okay would be using victims as the Turtle Island participants and making money off of it. Since he's not doing that and he's just using other YouTube creators that are, a little wild and some a little bit crazy, I don't mind that. I think that might be a little fun. That's right, Mama. It ain't so serious. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
So as you can see, some creators are down and some aren't. And that's okay. Everybody has their right to feel the way they feel about being on Turtle Island. After all, this season is called Chaos. As for me, at CRMA News, we're going to have a little fun with this. May the odds be forever in your favor. That's it, guys. This was our weekend review of the CRAMA community. Make sure to tune in next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll catch you on the flip side.